But the top story today comes from the Election Commission. The Election Commission has announced that all political parties in Uttar Pradesh want upcoming assembly elections to take place as per schedule, but while ensuring COVID protocol. Chief Election Commissioner Sushil Chandra today said while addressing a press briefing that voting during assembly elections will be held from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and 11,000 booths will be added to ensure social distancing. VVPAT will be installed. Live webcast facility will be available at around 1 lakh voting booths to ensure transparency in the process. Interestingly, he also announced that all officials on election duty, will be fully vaccinated. But amid the Omicron spike across India for the first time, COVID patients, so if you're a voter and you've caught COVID, will be able to cast their vote from home. EC officials will go to their home to log their vote. Even to boost women participation in elections, 800 polling booths for women will be set up.
सभी राजनीतिक दलों के प्रतिनिधियों ने ये हम लोगों को बताया कि कोविड प्रोटोकॉल का पालन करते हुए समय पर चुनाव होने चाहिए। तो सबसे प्रथम सभी दलों ने विदाउट एनी डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन सभी ने कहा कि कोविड को ध्यान में रखते हुए समय पर चुनाव कराए जाएं। कुछ दलों के प्रतिनिधियों ने दिन के समय बिना कोविड नियमों का पालन किए हुए चुनावी रैलियों के प्रति अपनी चिंता जाहिर की। साथ ही रैलियों की संख्याओं को नियंत्रित करने की भी मांग की। कोविड की दृष्टिगत भी जो सभी चीजें आवश्यक हैं वो हर पोलिंग बूथ पर होंगी। हमारा हर पोलिंग बूथ कोविड कंप्लायंट बिहेवियर के साथ वर्क करेगा। सभी डीओस को निर्देश दिए गए हैं और लोगों ने सामग्री जितनी भी है जैसे थर्मल स्कैनर हैं, मास्क हैं, सैनिटाइजर्स हैं, दे हैव ऑलरेडी बीन अंडर द प्रोसेस ऑफ प्रोक्योरमेंट and each and every voter who comes to the polling stations will be provided these facilities also. And इन लोगों के सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का भी पूरा ध्यान रखा जाएगा।
So let's begin with how are the COVID cases in the national capital, Delhi. The cases have doubled in Delhi in just 24 hours. What we're also picking up is that at this point, take a look on your screens, 923 cases on Wednesday, a steep rise from 496 cases just a day earlier. So while we are staying with how the jump has been about 86% in just a matter of one day, the positivity rate has also jumped. 1.29% is Delhi's test positivity rate right now, which means about 46% of total samples analyzed at various genome sequencing laboratories in Delhi in the past 1 week have been detected with the Omicron variant, which is now dominating compared to the previously Delta variant in Delhi. The national capital has surpassed even Mumbai to become the worst hit. Reporting a total of 263 Omicron cases, Maharashtra has now come second to the national capital. The Delhi Disaster Management Authority, which is on a wait-and-watch mode, decided not to impose fresh restrictions for now, but there is a yellow alert of the graded response action plan. A further decision on that will be taken in the next DDMA meeting after monitoring occupancy in hospitals. Remember, meanwhile, Centre has sent an advisory to state governments to enhance COVID-19 testing, strengthen hospital-level preparations and increase vaccination drive.
ऐसा लगता है कि पूरे देश में केसेस बढ़ रहे हैं। लगभग पिछले हफ्ते में जैसे पूरे देश में डबल हुए, बॉम्बे में और दिल्ली में, क्योंकि टेस्टिंग बहुत ज़्यादा होती है तो हमारे यहाँ टेस्टिंग ज़्यादा तो ज़्यादा केस आ रहे हैं, तो मुझे लगता है सारी जगह ही बढ़ रहे हैं। केसेस पिछले कुछ दिनों में काफ़ी तेज़ी से बढ़े हैं। इसमें ओमिक्रॉन के भी काफ़ी केसेस आ रहे हैं। जीनोम सीक्वेंसिंग जो कराई गई, अभी जो लेटेस्ट रिपोर्ट आई है उसके हिसाब से 46% जो केसेस हैं वो ओमिक्रॉन के आए हैं। तो उसके अंदर ट्रैवल हिस्ट्री वाले लोग भी हैं और जो ट्रैवल हिस्ट्री बिल्कुल नहीं जिनकी, वो लोग भी हैं। इसका मतलब दिल्ली के अंदर ओमिक्रॉन है अब।
The COVID-19 cases in the national capital is witnessing a sudden surge. Yesterday on December 29th, within 24 hours, 923 fresh COVID-19 cases were recorded in the national capital and the positivity rate has touched nearly 1.3%. It is also a matter of concern for the national capital residents because between December 28th and 29th, the COVID-19 cases in the national capital has doubled. And the Omicron variant cases are also increasing in Delhi. The only sug of relief for Delhiwalas right now is that hospitalization due to COVID-19 surge has not increased, and of the total COVID-19 beds, only less than 300 beds have been occupied so far. With video journalist Ankit Khandelwal, this is Amit Bhardwaj for India Today from Delhi.
The shocker on COVID has come from Mumbai. Mumbai has witnessed the biggest spike in 7 months. 2,510 fresh COVID infections, 1 death were reported on Wednesday. That's a staggering 300% jump in the COVID tally just in about the past few days. Maharashtra, therefore, for now is second in the Omicron list, but it is Mumbai which is bringing these shocking statistics one by one. As the fear looms large, state government has imposed stricter restrictions, which means that with 2,510 cases reported just on 29th December, Section 144 will continue to be imposed in Mumbai till 7th January next year, which means Section 144 does not, that big gatherings will not be permitted. Also, citizens have been advised to stay at home and will celebrate the New Year's just at home and within the family, and that means no big gatherings will be permitted outside. Remember, these are continued restrictions coming in from the state of Maharashtra, specifically Mumbai. No party or large gatherings will be allowed in the wake of rising cases. There is also specific advisories for senior citizens and children below 10 years. They are suggested not to venture out of home until it is absolutely necessary. So the state government has asked citizens not to crowd famous tourist destinations like Gateway of India, Marine Drive and Juhu Chowpatty. Amid all this grim news, is there a ray of hope? Yes, there is, and which is that the death count has not gone up, and there is also no jump really in the reported hospitalization numbers with regard to the Omicron variant.
अपने घर में रहकर आप नए साल का स्वागत करिए, अपने फैमिली के साथ रहकर, अपने बच्चों के साथ रहकर, और ओपन एरिया में आके कुछ भी भीड़ नहीं बढ़ाए। पुलिस को एकदम सख्त सूचना दी गई है कि ऐसा कुछ इंसिडेंट नहीं हो, ऐसे लोग रास्ते पे नहीं आए, इसलिए जो भी बंदोबस्त करना है, जो भी कार्रवाई करनी है, वो कार्रवाई करनी है।
तो मुंबई और मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटीज जो है, जो कि जैसे कि दिल्ली हुई, जहां पे कि केसेस बहुत जल्दी बढ़ी है, हम ये कह सकते हैं कि तीसरी लहर की शुरुआत जैसी बात है करके। तो कभी भी आप देखो तो हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन जो है करीब करीब 2 हफ्तों के बाद शुरू होते हैं। तो ये तो अभी पहला हफ्ता है, कुछ 5-6 दिन ही हुए हैं, तो मेरे ख्याल से हमें 2 से 3 हफ्ता ये अभी और रुकना पड़ेगा यह समझने के लिए कि क्या हमारे हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं या नहीं।
On Wednesday, 3,900 COVID cases were registered in Maharashtra, out of which 2,510 cases were reported just from Mumbai. Doctors are saying that it's due to Omicron that these cases are rising in Mumbai. There is a complete ban on parties on the New Year's Eve in Mumbai. But what the health minister has also pointed out, that given the positivity rate which is rising alarmingly, there can be more restrictions in the coming week of January if the cases continue to rise. The BMC says though the cases have increased, but the hospitalization has not increased that much. There are mild symptoms to people who are suffering from COVID disease, and the recovery days is about 6 to 7 days. With camera person Vijay Desai, Mustafa Sheikh for India Today.
And considering this is a global pandemic, what is the situation in other countries? In the United States of America, infections have hit a record high over the past 7-day period. Comes at a time when the Omicron variant is racing out of control, becoming more dominant than the previously Delta variant. Here's a news report on how the global situation of the COVID pandemic for now is. Take a look.
The number of COVID-19 infections hit a record high over the past 7-day period in the United States and globally, according to Reuters data, which showed the average number of daily cases in the U.S. surged to more than 258,000, over 8,000 more than the previous record set last January. Officials say much of the spike is due to the highly transmissible Omicron variant racing out of control. During an audio-only press briefing Wednesday, CDC Director Rochelle Walensky said the surge is not over yet.
In a few short weeks, Omicron has rapidly increased across the country, and we expect will continue to circulate in the coming weeks. While our cases have substantially increased from last week, hospitalizations and deaths remain comparatively low right now.
Top U.S. infectious disease expert Dr. Anthony Fauci said studies point to Omicron being less severe than the Delta variant among vaccinated people, but warned
we should not become complacent since our hospital system could still be stressed in certain areas of the country.
More than 76,000 people are hospitalized with COVID-19 nationwide, up 19% in the last 10 days, according to a Reuters tally. WHO Director Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus sounded the alarm for global cases Wednesday.
Delta and Omicron are twin threats that are driving up cases to record numbers, which again is leading to spikes in hospitalizations and deaths. I'm highly concerned that Omicron, being more transmissible, circulating at the same time as Delta, is leading to a tsunami of cases.
Britain, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Greece, Cyprus, and Malta all registered record numbers of new cases on Tuesday.
Nous faisons face.
The French health minister told lawmakers on Wednesday that France was seeing a dizzying rise in cases, with 208,000 reported in the space of 24 hours. That's a national and European record.